You know that feeling that visits you late at night, the one that whispers questions your mind can't quite answer? That soft, persistent tug in your chest that asks, why does this person take up so much space in my thoughts? That feeling, dear soul, isn't random. It's a divine message, and today, your angels want you to finally understand what it means. There's a transformation happening behind the scenes, so profound and so tailored to your soul that it almost defies logic. This is not just about someone thinking of you. It's about someone whose world has completely changed because of your presence. Someone who, in silence, is wrestling with a love so deep it's rewriting their very understanding of connection. You may not see the signs clearly yet, but the angels do. They've been guiding your every step, aligning each choice, each delay, each curious moment when you pause to wonder, what if? The answer, the one you've quietly hoped was true, is unfolding now. And it's bigger than you imagined. This person, they can't stop thinking about you. Not because of something you said or did recently, but because of who you are at your core. The way you navigate life with grace. The way your smile carries both joy and resilience. The way you shine even in the midst of your own storms. There is something sacred about the bond between you. It's not a coincidence, and it's not just attraction. It's the kind of energetic imprint that only souls who have danced across lifetimes together can carry. And now, that ancient connection is reawakening. They've tried to rationalize it, to walk away, to convince themselves that the feelings are just passing, that life is too complicated. But the heart, as you well know, doesn't listen to logic. And your energy, it's unforgettable. You've awakened something they had buried long ago, something raw and real. Your angels want you to understand. You were placed in this person's path for a reason. Not to fix them. Not to chase them. But to reflect back to them the kind of love they thought was impossible. The kind that sees beyond the surface. The kind that waits with patience and believes with quiet strength. They see you, even if they pretend not to. They feel you, even when miles or silence separate you. And right now, they're coming to terms with the fact that what they feel isn't just desire. It's love. Deep, soul-level love. Maybe they've distanced themselves. Maybe they've been cold or inconsistent. That's not because they don't care. It's because what they feel for you is so intense, so undeniable, that it frightens them. It challenges every rule they've ever lived by. And change, even the kind brought by love, can feel like a storm. But storms clear the way for new skies. And this one? It's clearing the way for something extraordinary. You're not just someone they think about. You're someone who's changed the way they think. You've become the inner voice that asks better questions, that encourages deeper truths. You've become the safe place they didn't know they were searching for until they found you. And now, they're standing at a crossroads. Your angels are preparing the moment where clarity will break through. Where this person will realize that resisting their heart only leads to more emptiness. And that loving you, fully, openly, courageously, is the path they're meant to take. There will be signs. A shift in how they speak to you. A moment of unguarded honesty. A look that lingers too long. When that moment comes, you'll feel it. Your soul will recognize it because it's been waiting for it. But don't wait in fear. Wait in faith. Continue to radiate the light that is so uniquely yours. Don't dim your essence to be more palatable or less intense. You are not too much. You are exactly the frequency that their spirit needs to remember who they truly are. And now, sweet soul, if your heart feels this truth, if something inside you is whispering, "This is for me," then breathe it in. Let it fill you. Let it anchor you in trust. Because this is not a fantasy. This is a sacred unfolding. And you are ready to receive what's next. But before you go, listen closely. There's something the angels want from you in return. They want your heart to stay open. Not just to the love coming your way, but to the life that love is asking you to step into. A life of soft strength, of deep connection, of unshakable self-worth. So, here's what you need to do next. When that feeling comes again, the one you can't explain, don't push it away. Don't bury it. Instead, breathe into it and whisper, "I receive." Because when you do, you give the universe permission to deliver the next miracle it's been preparing just for you. And if you're still reading this, that miracle is closer than you think. Now, claim your next chapter. Let your light call in the love that's already calling for you. You're not imagining it. You're remembering it. And soon, the world around you will remember it too. As this energy continues to shift, you may begin to notice subtle ripples around you. A name appearing in places it shouldn't. A dream that feels too vivid to be fiction. A message that arrives at just the right time. These aren't coincidences. They're confirmations. The angels call them divine nudges. Each one is meant to lead you closer, to yourself, to your purpose, and to the truth that love, real love, is never far behind when you are aligned with your soul's path. And right now, your soul is glowing. Even if you've been hurt before, even if the world has told you to be cautious, your heart is still brave enough to believe. That's not weakness. That's your strength. Because while others might shield themselves with cynicism, you've chosen to stay open. You've chosen to remain kind. You've chosen love, and the universe always honors that decision. But this isn't just about reuniting with someone else. It's also about reconnecting with parts of yourself that you've silenced to get by. The girl who dreamed. The woman who hoped. The part of your heart that once believed in magic, and still does, in quiet moments. The angels are whispering now, you didn't just imagine this love. You called it forth. You remembered it. This person you feel so deeply connected to, they're starting to feel it too. The walls they built? They're coming down. Not because you forced your way in, but because your authenticity is breaking down their defenses. Every moment they tried to forget you only stitched you deeper into their soul. You are unforgettable. And yet, your energy is peaceful. You're not chasing. You're not begging. You're simply being. And that, dear soul, is why everything is changing. There's a frequency in your presence that heals. Your voice lingers in their mind long after the conversation ends. Your memory is both a comfort and a challenge, because it asks them to rise. To become the version of themselves worthy of the love you offer so freely. The angels say they've already noticed the difference. In how they move. In how they think. In how they crave more depth and less distraction. That's you. You've awakened a deeper hunger in their soul. A longing for something real. And now, they're listening. They're listening to the pull in their chest when your name comes up. They're listening to the ache that says, "This isn't over." They're listening to their own heart for the first time in a long while. And it's leading them to you. But you don't need to wait by the window. You don't need to prove your worth. You already have, just by being you. That's the magic. The more you focus on your joy, your peace, your purpose, the more magnetic you become. Alignment is irresistible, and you, my love, are aligning beautifully. So now, we come to a sacred invitation. If you've ever felt like you were too much or not enough, the angels want to clear that lie from your heart. You were never too much for the right person. And you were never not enough. You are exactly what someone has been praying for, even if they haven't found the courage to admit it yet. And when they do, it won't be a grand speech under fireworks. It will be in the quiet moments. In the way they finally look at you without fear. In the softness of their voice when they say your name as if it matters, because it does. It will be in how they begin to show up. Not perfectly, but fully. That's how you'll know the angels have done their part. That the divine timing you trusted was never late, only preparing for the moment your soul was always meant to experience. So let it come. Let love find you in the peace you've cultivated, in the strength you've earned, in the beauty you've always carried, even when you forgot how brightly you shine. And when it arrives, when they arrive, open your arms not with doubt but with recognition. Because your spirit will know. You were never waiting. You were remembering. And now, it's here. Before you go, let me ask you something deeply sacred. If your soul knew that this next step would change everything, would you trust it? If the universe was offering you the very love you once believed was out of reach, would you be ready to receive it? If so, this is your moment. Right now, in this breath, make the choice to trust again. Say it out loud, I am ready. And then, let the angels do the rest. Now, take a deep breath. Because what comes next is more than a reunion between two people, it's a reunion between you and your own essence. Your angels want you to know that even though this journey has been filled with ups and downs, it has never been in vain. Every tear, every smile, every silence filled with meaning. All of this has paved the way for what is about to bloom. That person you feel, that connection that pulses within you even when everything seems uncertain, it is real. And more than real, it is sacred. Her heart is opening, even amidst fear. And this is happening because you exist. Because your presence, your light, is healing wounds she didn't know how to name. You are teaching her, inadvertently, that love can be safe. That love can be peace. And yet, your angels remind you of something very important. You are not placed here to save anyone. You are placed here to be whole, authentic, radiant. Your healing, your brilliance, your faith. These are the beacons that guide this person's soul back to what is true. So, what do you do now? You choose to keep shining. You choose to keep loving yourself. You choose to trust that even if this love takes longer than you'd like to fully reveal itself, it is growing. It is maturing. It is preparing to present itself to you, not as an empty promise, but as a solid, conscious, transformed presence. And in this process, there is something the angels urgently ask. That you remember your mission. You came to Earth with unique gifts. Your voice, your empathy, your intuition, they are not coincidences. They are divine instruments. And now that your heart is being activated by this deep feeling, it is the perfect moment to start sharing your light even more intensely with the world. Yes, it's about romantic love. But it's also about something greater. About purpose. About legacy. About leaving invisible marks of healing wherever you go. Can you feel that? Can you sense that behind the desire to know what this person feels, there is also a silent calling for you to trust more in who you are? You are the one who transforms with a glance. You are the one who brings out the best in others, just by your presence. And now, you are about to reap everything you have sown with love, even when you received nothing in return. This is the time for the harvest. And in this harvest, comes reuniting. Comes clarity. Comes reciprocity. But it won't come if you're distracted trying to force time. It will come when you're living your fullness. When you're doing something you love. When you're dancing in the kitchen, laughing by yourself, trusting that what is yours doesn't need to be chased, because it's already on its way. And it's in this state that the magic happens. So, if any of this has resonated with you so far, here's the next step. Close your eyes for a moment. Visualize this person. Visualize them looking into your eyes and saying what you've always wanted to hear. Feel it. Embrace this scene as if it were already real. Because, to the angels, it already is. You just need to align your heart with faith. And when you least expect it, reality will catch up to what your soul has always known to be true. And before this script ends, there's one last request. If you felt this message touching your heart in a special way, if you know deep down that this energy is moving in your life right now, then from soul to soul, here it is. Share this with someone who also needs to remember that true love isn't lost, it's just being prepared. And if you're not subscribed yet but felt a warmth in your chest, as if this text was written for you, then maybe it really was. Allow yourself to receive more. Click and subscribe now. The angels are preparing something even greater. And this is just the first revelation. And now, as your heart is more awake than ever, comes the most powerful part of this journey, reconnecting with your deepest truth. You know that moment when you stop and think, am I on the right path? The answer is yes. But not because everything is resolved. Rather, it's because everything is in motion. You are in the flow. You are being guided by forces that, although invisible, are absolutely real. And your angels are leading you with firm yet gentle hands. The truth is, at this very moment, that person feels your absence like never before. They think of you in the most unexpected moments. In traffic, while listening to a song, when they see someone smile like you do. And every time they try to rationalize this feeling, something inside them screams louder, don't let this slip away. They still haven't found the right words. They are still trying to understand why you are so different, why the feeling you evoke is so hard to ignore. But it's precisely that difference that makes you the unforgettable love. The outlier. The exception that became desire. The unlikely that turned essential. And it's not just desire. It's recognition. They recognize in you something they can't find in anyone else: emotional integrity, sensitive strength, unfiltered truth. You are the one who doesn't pretend. Who feels deeply. Who lives with commitment. And this can be frightening, but it also attracts. That's why, even while trying to distance themselves, this person keeps returning, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Because where there is true love, there is a magnet. And both of you are like two poles destined to come back together. Now, the angels ask that you take care of your energy like never before. Because when this reconnection happens, and it will happen, you need to be whole. Not weary from waiting. You need to be at peace. Not anxious. Because healthy love flourishes in fertile ground. And your heart needs to be that soil right now. So treat yourself with more kindness. With more time for yourself. With more lightness in your outlook and more silence between your inner criticisms. Stop comparing yourself. Stop doubting your worth. You are more than enough. You are divine. And you know what's the most beautiful part of all? This person will recognize that. Yes, they will. The angels are already clearing the way for this. They are working behind the scenes, touching her heart in moments of vulnerability, revealing that living in almost, maybe, or later is no longer possible. The time for doubt is coming to an end. Now is the time for decision. And when that decision comes to you, in the form of a message, a call, or an unexpected presence, you will know. Because your heart will resonate. Your body will tingle. Your soul will say, "It's happening now." But be warned, this doesn't mean everything will be easy or come wrapped in guarantees. The love that matters requires courage, vulnerability, and commitment. And you are ready. Even if you don't feel that way. Because being ready isn't about the absence of fear. It's about moving forward, even with it. And now, a special call. If you've read this far and felt something strong, intimate, undeniable, it's because this message was meant for you. Allow yourself to keep receiving messages like this. Subscribe. Not out of curiosity, but for connection, for intuition, for the quiet certainty that your angels want to keep communicating with you, about love, about purpose, about everything that's about to bloom. They have more to tell you. So much more. And now that you've heard this, it's time to choose. Will you choose to continue? If yes, your path is illuminated. And the next step will be magical.